Floyd Jr. Sr., who was in the middle of all of this with his heart and with his head, how did you see the fight, Floyd?
Well, I'm just going to be honest with you, man. If you want to call fight by scoring, point system, I mean, by who throwing more punches, you would have to give it to Oscar. But if you just going on a guy hitting a guy with single shots, then you have to give it to my son. I mean, my son he had good defense. I'm not saying a lot, he caught a lot of punches with his shoulder and his arms, but
So
it's still about punches. It's about people, a guy throwing punches.
So what you're saying here is that you felt that because Oscar was pressing the fight and throwing a lot of punches, and that Floyd Jr. was throwing single shots and just blocking punches, you could have seen Oscar getting the decision. Is that what you're saying?
I thought the fight was a close fight, but it's just where the point system go, man. If you look at the point system, man, who touching who the most?
Oscar or Floyd? Who won?
Hey, man, if you go by point system, you're going to have to give it to Oscar. If you go by point system.
Thank you.
What's good, family? So mash the like button, subscribe and lick off the bell. Wow, it's all kicking off right now. Your man's Oscar De La Hoya called out Floyd Mayweather and said, listen, Floyd, I want you bad. Floyd, your own pops told you and told the world I whooped you when we fought the first time in 2007. In fact, De La Hoya whooped Floyd Mayweather into retirement. Facts. De La Hoya whooped Floyd Mayweather into running away from the rematch clause. Oops, many people don't know that. Many of these new funny style boxing fans don't understand what happened there. That was Floyd Mayweather's first loss. 100%. He got mollywopped by your man Oscar De La Hoya, and then he ran off to avoid the rematch clause. Facts. And he came back about 18 months later when it timed out conveniently. Oops. Yeah, that's one thing they forget to tell you about Floyd. The one fight he didn't want. Oscar was all up in his backside. You best believe that as well. That was the one fight Floyd didn't have no room to breathe. Oscar was all over him. Sticking it all over him, he was. Oscar was actually one of the few people, because even when Alvarez fought Floyd, Alvarez gave Floyd way too much respect. The only guy I've never seen give Floyd respect was De La Hoya. He came straight forward. No respect for his glass hands. Yeah? So anyway, like I said, De La Hoya's told Floyd, listen, I want you bad. I want that rematch clause that you ran away from back in 2007. Floyd has now responded, as you've seen by the title of this video. He says he wants $100 million. Allegedly, Oscar De La Hoya has mentioned something about offering that much anyway. Now, is it likely? Are they going to get $100 million? Well, the first fight sold, I believe it was around 2 million pay-per-views. Is it going to be as big as the first one? I doubt it. I reckon this fight will probably... Well, bearing in mind, to be fair, Floyd and Chokin, that did $1 million. I reckon it'd probably do $1 million, but then again, it was only $60. I think 50... I mean, it might have even been 50, actually. $50 times $1 million, only 50 million. Is there going to be that kind of money? Now, we know DAZN's got big pockets, but I'm not sure they're going to have pockets big enough for 100. Not sure. Now, I guess it depends how rigid Floyd is. Because Floyd must have only taken... Well, he must have only got 20, 30 million for the Logan... Maybe 20 million for the Logan Paul fight. So why not take 40 million for a Oscar De La Hoya fight? I'll tell you why he won't do that. He don't want to get worked again. And I can't lie to you. No, all jokes aside, I watched De La Hoya on the pads, yeah? He looked sharp. I swear to God, watch it. I thought, you know, he actually he looks like he missed a step. Now, to be fair, allegedly, Oscar De La Hoya is off the stimulants, yeah? He all the way off the stimulants. He got them high-level stimulants running through his veins, yeah? He got all that fresh chapo in his system. That's probably why he's twitching so hard. That's probably why he's got so much twitch, so much speed. Because he off that white, he off that Chapo, yeah? That A1 Chapo. Listen, trust me, when you got the A1 Chapo in your blood, you're gonna be quick. No doubt about that, 100%. You're gonna have super quick hands. All your neurons are gonna be firing because you're just on this thing, Tommy Fury style. Now, do I want to see this fight? I've told you, man, before. I'm there for all these fights, even when Vitor Belfort pushed old man Hollowfield's wig back. I was there for it. And unfortunately, boxing is down bad right now. Boxing is going through it. It's a shame, but the sport of boxing's down at the moment. That's why people want to watch old heads fight, because old heads turn up and have a go. These new funny style dudes don't turn up. Billy Ho Saunders, they roll over after getting hit once. They funny style, 100%. They funny style, fruity tooty looking asses. Ain't no one trying to watch fruity tooty and funny style. Yeah. Oh man, Tank Davis. Oh man, he not him out. He old, and Lomachenko old, and I'm the ace side. All that kind of funny style talk. Ain't no one trying to watch that. We want to see you go in there with your peers and get stuck in. Not go in there with 126 pounders. Not go in there with unknown dudes. That's why people want to see Floyd and De La Hoya. They want to see proper fight. Now, obviously, Floyd probably ain't going to fight, but De La Hoya going to come and fight. And De La Hoya quick, like I told you. He got the Chapo. De La Hoya Chapo quick. 100%. His hands was super quick. And that's what worries me here. Because Floyd already got half whooped by Logan Paul, by choke gun. So I'm not sure if Floyd really going to want it like that. But one thing we know about Floyd is, if Floyd did accept it, he would train properly, I believe. He would know, I best get serious, because Oscar, he coming for me. He want me bad, yeah? He want Floyd badly. Can't stop thinking of Floyd. Then again, from what I'm hearing, the whole 100 million thing, Floyd's pricing himself out. That's a high possibility here, people. He knows there ain't $100 million for that fight right now. There wasn't $100 million for it back then. So who are you kidding? And don't forget, this is the man, yeah, who loves to say things like, oh man, I'm robbing the bank. Well, if you're robbing the bank, why not rob this bank? Oh, you don't want to rob this bank, because guess what? There's nothing funny style. There's nothing nice about Oscar De La Hoya's bank. That's one bank he don't want. Yeah, he can keep robbing, or he can't keep. The thing is, Floyd can't even keep doing that. I was about to say Floyd can keep robbing the YouTuber bank, but yeah, Logan knock him out next time. Yeah, I swear to God, if Logan, had any aggression, if Logan wasn't known as Choke Gun, he would have knocked Floyd out. Truth be known, big sorry back, 200-pound having ass in there getting backed up. If he'd had any inside fighting on him, Floyd would have been in trouble. Truth be known. So I'm not even sure Floyd can keep doing that. But one thing we know he don't want, Oscar's hands too quick at the moment. It's a fact. Oscar's hands, I thought, wow, he quick. I'm not being funny. He even looked as quick as he was when he left. I'm not sure what's going on here. That Chapo, man, it's strong. Yeah, for sure. That's the only explanation. How can a 50-year-old man, look as quick as he was 15 years ago? I'll tell you how. Chapo. When you got that A1 Chapo in your nose, gets all the neurons firing, twitching. You super quick. Yeah. Why do you think they call it speeding thing? No doubt, he's speedy. But listen, Floyd, De La Hoya, I'm there for it. I'm there for all these kind of fights. Why not? There ain't nothing. There's a thing. There ain't nothing else going on. Maybe if we had a whole lot of good fights going on, people wouldn't be interested. But at the moment, there's nothing else going on. And even the ones we do get, half the mans don't turn up and they roll over. So why not? People say, "Wow, YB, boxing's a joke." Yeah, you're right, it is a joke. So let's have more joke, in my opinion. No doubt.